Good morning, Year 8. I'm just going to go through with you what it is you need to do for today's lesson. We're still focusing on fantasy fiction and more specifically on the characterisation of characters within fantasy fiction texts, novels that we've been looking at. What I want you to think about this week is within fantasy fiction, you're thinking about escapism, you're thinking about magical wonderland, you're thinking about escaping to new fantastical lands, and the weird and wonderful things that can be there. More specifically, we're looking at characterisation. So the characters within these texts, like the ones you've already looked at, should they be realistic and true to real life people, or should they be a little bit more mysterious, interesting and exaggerated, which fits more with fantasy fiction? This week, we're looking more specifically at the character of Miss Trunchbull from the famous Roald Dahl text Matilda. Not actually one that we were going to be focusing on this half term, but it's that special request from one of the Year 8 students. And because you've been working so hard recently, I thought, why not? We all love a little bit of Roald Dahl, so let's go back to one of our childhood favourites. First task, you're going to make inferences on the key characters by looking at that image, and you did that again yesterday, but that's just settling you back into today's task. You can watch the trailer again to get you back into today's learning. You've got all your other subjects that you're doing at the moment, so just to settle back into today's work. And again, you've got some thinking questions. This slide you can keep going back to keep your mind ticking over, to keep your inferences going. So we've got Miss Trunchbull as the headmistress of Matilda's school. Describe her in 3 words. Again, it's a thinking task. You don't have to make any notes if you don't want to. How would you feel if this was your head teacher? Explore how Dahl wants us to feel towards Miss Trunchbull. What does he want? Why has he created this character? What's his intention for the reader's reaction? And can you link her characterisation to the key question? Here's the extract, and you'll notice, different from yesterday's lesson, I have pre-highlighted the key quotes for you to help you with today's inference task. So there might be some more quotes within there that I haven't highlighted that you might want to use for your analysis, but these are some quotes that you can look at in the first instance to help you. And what you're going to do with them is, after you've made your word bank, and again, you've got another video there, which is clips of Miss Trunchbull from the movie Matilda, and you can create your word bank to describe her using the text and using the video. So you've got a bank of words that you can go back to help you with today's task. So here is a model rainbow analysis that I've done for you. Eventually, you're going to be answering the question, how does Dahl present the characterisation of Miss Trunchbull? That's what we're focusing on as our end P question. So to prepare for that, you're going to pick out your evidence. I have gone for the evidence, a fierce tyrannical monster. I am picking out one of the words from that key quote, and I've gone for the word fierce. I pop my fierce, my keyword that I've chosen, in the red part of the rainbow. And then from there, you start making your inferences. You start using connotations from the previous word. And you end up with a series of vocabulary that you can use in a P paragraph. So you've gone from fierce, I've gone to savage. From savage, I've gone to cruel. From cruel, I've gone to pain. From pain, I've gone to distress. From distress, I've gone to fear. They all connote from the previous word. However, they are all also connotations of the word fierce. So there you've got an even larger word bank that you can draw upon for your eventual P paragraph that will come later in the week. You've got your instructions at the bottom here. So red is the keyword from the text, from my quote of fierce tyrannical monster. I've chosen the word fierce. The yellow, connotations of the keyword in red. Pink, connotations of the second keyword, and so on and so on. You then have a blank slide on the next slide for you to use your own. Now you can use this slide and edit it. You can do it handwritten and take a picture for me. You can do it on a Word document. However you want to present your work is absolutely fine, as long as it focuses on the question, how does Dahl present the characterisation of Miss Trunchbull? And you are doing the rainbow analysis technique. This takes your connotations and your analysis of one keyword further than it does in A Lot About a Little. So A Lot About a Little allows us to look at devices, word types, writer's intention, impact on the reader, contextual links, etc. For today, we're just focusing on developing our vocabulary and our connotations. So running back through the lesson, should fantasy fiction characterization be realistic? Make inferences on the characters. Watch the trailer. There's your thinking questions that you can keep going back to keep you focused on the lesson. You've got your extract from yesterday, which I have now selected key quotations for you. Again, you can select some of your own that I haven't looked at as a challenge. Create your word bank that will again support you in today's lesson. You've got a rainbow analysis model, and then you are going to do 4 rainbow analysis of your own. So using the skills that you've already got well embedded year 8, and we are doing a little bit of a different analysis technique today. I can't wait to see what the finished products look like. Hope you enjoy. Any questions? I'm until 1 o'clock. Have a lovely day, year 8.